was, unexpectedly and more often than I would have liked, something popped up, either on the subway or, during fireworks when you feel the smoke. But since 2017, I would say I've had no panic attack. I've had nothing of that kind. But I'm very cautious because I'm not sure you heal from PTSD. I guess you have long periods of time where nothing happens.
The Paris municipality says it will open a memorial garden on Thursday in memory of the victims and survivors near the city hall. The garden symbolically marks the 6 sites of the attack, and memorial columns bear the names of the victims.
At least 12 people have been killed after a suicide bomber detonated outside the gates of a district court in Islamabad, Pakistan on Tuesday. According to Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi, the attacker tried to, quote, enter the court premises, but failing to do so, targeted a police vehicle. No group has immediately claimed responsibility for the attack in the capital, which also injured 27 people. But Naqvi alleged that the attack was linked to the Pakistani Taliban, known as the TTP. Pakistan has seen a rise in violence in recent months, with a resurgence of the Pakistani Taliban, border tensions and a fragile ceasefire with neighbouring Afghanistan. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif denounced the attack in Islamabad and called for a full investigation, according to a statement issued by his office.
Indian authorities are investigating a deadly car explosion in New Delhi under an anti-terrorism law, officials said on Tuesday. The law allows broader powers to the National Investigation Agency, India's federal anti-terrorism body, to detain suspects. Forensic experts were working to determine the cause of the blast, which occurred near the historic Red Fort in India's capital on Monday evening. The explosion killed 8 people and injured 19 others, according to police. The government said New Delhi's international airport, metro stations, and government buildings were placed on a high security alert after the explosion. The 17th century Red Fort monument is one of India's most high-profile tourist attractions. The area around Red Fort is typically crowded, serving as a main route to the bustling bazaars of the old city.
COP30 climate talks began on Monday in the Brazilian Amazon as organizers and analysts frame this year's conference as the implementation COP. In this year's talks, countries must present updated national plans to fight climate change. As leaders from Russia, the US and Israel are absent this year, Brazilian President Lula da Silva urged world leaders to prioritize climate funding over war.
Que se os homens que fazem guerra tivessem aqui nesta COP, eles iriam perceber que é muito mais barato colocar $1 trilhão e 300 bilhões para a gente acabar com o problema climático do que colocar